Thank you for joining me here at ACE.
Yeah, it took a while.
In Las Vegas.
Yeah, it took a while, but I'm here.
So I am Paul Hauffen, CEO of Sedaru, and this is
George Cardenas, engineering manager for Phelan Piñon Hills CSD.
All right, thank you for joining. You having a good time at the conference?
Exhausting, and
Why?
it's just a day, barely a day in. Well, I had a session yesterday.
But you just got here.
I know. You know, you come in and
You're young. How old are you?
I'm old enough to be exhausted. Okay.
So among the things that you're looking for at the conference is water quality. Like, what are the things besides that, or including that are the most exciting, or the things that are trending the most, kind of, that you see from your perspective at the utility?
New technology. I mean, we're seeing things that are, I think, coming out and more realistic for a smaller utility like the CSD to entertain, and just what others have to offer with, I mean, what you have. You know, we're finding what you have, what we're using with Sedaru. I mean, we're using Sedaru. We're using it in our logging and in operations, as well as service orders. But there's other things that we'd like to see come from Sedaru. I mean, I think you guys are working on that.
Yeah. So you guys, for Sedaru, are you saying that from a technology perspective, being able to use technology, being able to access data, to be able to access that technology on a device, it helps the small utility do more?
It gives the
most
tools.
Utilities do more, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it gives our guys the tools to access our data, you know, and tying in our customer service to this application, and it just provides them with much more immediate information, our customer information, our assets, just all that.
Since you started talking about it, Sedaru, how many different departments, or what are the different departments that it's touching for you, from engineering to O&M to customer service, and how is it bringing together the otherwise maybe disconnected or different departments that might not be working together as well or as much without a technology like this?
Well, you know, engineering, we embrace it because it works with our GIS. You know, we're all about data and what we do with that data. So immediately it's a toy for engineering, and it's a tool. You know, it's a toy and a tool. Operations, they see it as a tool as well. I mean, for that access.
What are some of the things you're doing in engineering?
The modeling. I mean,
In Sedaru?
It's Sedaru. The fire flow. I mean, we have that incorporated into Sedaru. That's an amazing tool. I mean, it keeps us from having to go out and actually run a fire flow test and burn water, say. Tying that model in and running those fire flows it's an amazing tool. I mean, our county, San Bernardino County Fire, they embraced it. They're comfortable with the results, that they accept the model and those results, versus having to open up a hydrant and get those results itself.
So you can also then quickly understand if you have an undersized pipe, and maybe if a developer needs to be responsible for upgrading that.
And that's when we get into the model part of it, yeah.
And then it's touching other departments, right? So O&M, customer service.
And we're kind of rolling that out a little bit more. We're seeing that they're seeing that tool is available, and it's always been there for them. Since we rolled out the customer service part of it, that they're actually diving into the application and running all of their customer queries, and even visually seeing where their assets are at, and how close that parcel in question is to a hydrant or a main line.
To have all that information on the same map, right, is helpful.
It is.
And especially then because I think for you guys, we had actually integrated with Tyler Encode.
Yes, we did.
Right? So the field crew sees Sedaru, doesn't have to necessarily interact with Tyler Encode, but Tyler Encode continues to be the customer service primary interface in the office.
And it is, and that's how we got customer service to use Sedaru. I mean, it was that integration. they're seeing it as a tool. It was hard for them to embrace it, just like in any other technology. It's hard for those who are so used to doing what they do for years to introduce something that it takes a while, but once they see that, it's just, why was I doing this for the last couple of years when I had the tool?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the change management. Right? The team has been working a certain way, with or without the model, with paper, without paper. It's all change, and I think it's in many ways where utilities are going these days. Right? What do you see as next for the district? Where do you want to go next? Real-time modeling, we talked about that. Energy management, water quality, master planning. What?
Yeah, slow down.
Okay,
slow down.
I get excited.
Yeah, you kind of get excited.
Okay,
the SCADA, the SCADA integration. And we want to see that real time, and how our system operates in real time. So that's our next phase. That's we call phase 3 of this venture with Sedaru. So we're getting there. It's always about funding and budgeting and where we can get the monies to pay for this.
And the ROI, right? Defending it and justifying it, saying we think if we spend this much to implement this, we'll get a return on the investment this much, and that's the justification.
It is, and we have a general manager, Don Bart's our general manager. He embraces technology, and he's excited when we bring these tools in and introduce it to him. So it's kind of easy with the general manager. It's just making the right decision. Yeah. And I'm glad that we have that support. There's a lot of things I want to do, and I get Don excited, and he's like, "Well, let's look at this," And it just comes down to where are we going to get this to pay for? So
we're thankful to have that partnership.
Well, you better be thankful.
This is live, George.
Oh, sorry. I'm kidding.
Let me see what else. Maybe the website. Did you hear that Sedaru launched a new website?
Yeah, it's a fancy website.
It's nice, right?
Yes.
Do you know? So it represents Sedaru front-facing for the company now. So now we offer Sedaru software, Sedaru technologies, Sedaru services. We grew up, you remember ID modeling, right? ID modeling completed Phelan Piñon Hills first master plan, right? Built the hydraulic model, calibrated the hydraulic model as ID modeling. Nothing about that is going to change. Right, so we continue to provide all of our modeling, asset management, master planning, water quality, energy management, all of those services.
Do you?
As we have with ID modeling under Sedaru now, but now those are labeled, branded as Sedaru services. So Sedaru software, Sedaru services, the company is Sedaru front-facing going forward. Did you know that?
Well, I kind of knew about it, but I did get introduced to the website.
Do you know what Sedaru stands for?
Yes, I do.
What does Sedaru mean to you?
It means a lot to me, but you want to know the definition, right?
Yeah, I want to know. What does
see
it mean?
data run. I mean, I think that was awesome. How you, and I've always said Sri is a brilliant man.
Sri is brilliant.
He's the Oz of Wizard of Oz.
He is.
He's just amazing. So that branding, that Sedaru, that you
Sri,
guys.
right?
Yeah, I think I have. What are you questioning whether he's Oz or?
No, he's absolutely. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, it's the same Sri.
It's the same Sri, yeah.
What? No, okay, well, so you guys coming up with Sedaru?
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now that I see that there's no line, now I found out why there's no line.
Do you know what the line was called?
A line over a U.
Isn't the line called a macron? Yeah. It's called the macron. So Dave Twitchell, our fearless marketing leader, removed the macron. Looks pretty good stuff.
You know what? If you had not pointed out that there was a line over the U, I would never have noticed it.
That's good.
Was it just a marketing? Was it a cost thing that
I can get into the details?
To add the line was going to cost you more for the stickers or for that shirt that says.
If we printed 1,000, it would make a $5 difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought.
So, well, thank you very much for the time. This was, I think, maybe our first live webinar, seminar, Facebook, whatever you want to call this, and really appreciate the time.
Hey, I appreciate
look forward to the conference.
Oh, yeah. I got another 2 days, and I'm ready to go.
Let's do it together.
Don't get all sassy on me.
All right,
Paul.
Thank you, George.
You're welcome.